This position coming up is going to be almost identical to the check turns in that I am going to give her an inside turn. The only difference is that I'm not letting go. In the check turns, I let go and came back to the sweetheart position. The pattern that I'm teaching, which is called a straight jacket, checks from straight jacket, bring the lady across to wrap her all up, take her to a straight jacket position, and then open the hand up and give her a pre-lead. Very important thing is that as you try this, the lady is not going to know whether to come out or whether to keep going with the pattern. You don't want the lady just guessing. You want to truly have a lead follow that allows the man to tell the lady just by his lead, no verbal cues, that she's supposed to keep going. So as I've given the lady this last outside turn, 1, 2, 3, I've come up beside her, opened her for the 5, and I wrap her up to the straight jacket. 1, 2, check. Now at this point in time, the lady doesn't know if she's supposed to come out or she's supposed to keep going. If he was to open it up, the lady could potentially think that it was time to keep going. My suggestion is don't make it so circular. Because guys, if you rotate her too much on her right foot, she's going to want to turn out and then step back. Remember, that's the rule. If you turn her on the foot, she's going to turn. If you step her, she's going to step. So you want to almost take her balance from the 3, and you don't want to turn her. You want to step her forward as you lift the hand up. That the hand does not become a circular hand, that the hand becomes a straight up as you step her straight forward. Now there's no inclination to step. One last thing, and this isn't something that we like to encourage, but if the lady has over-rotated and is tempted to keep going from the straight jacket position, 1, 2, 3, if she was to try and open and keep going, man, your pinky finger on the back of her hand gives her a gentle signal just that she's not supposed to go. I don't want it to be a push. I don't want you to be a squeeze. Just simply as she turns, that she would meet your pinky finger on the back of her hand, and that would just be a guide to tell her that that hand can't go. And what we're assuming is that if I was to touch any part of her arm and she was to try and turn, that that would stop her frame and she wouldn't want to keep going. Taking that position back the other way, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, over the head, 5, remembering to stop her, 1, 2. Now what you've seen that we've done after we've done that check position, 3, 5, is that I'm keeping that position, but I'm going to give her an inside turn across her face with my right hand and her right hand. And that means I'm going to have to let go with my left and slide across her stomach back to that hand position again, and then another check turn, 3, 5. And then another slide, 2, 3, 5, and lady's just keeping her hand in that position. When we want to come out, then the man is going to do everything wrong that he would normally not want to do if he wanted to keep going. He's going to give her a circular lead, 5, and then ask her to step back onto that foot. Now make sure that she rotates. He also doesn't have the pinky in the way. He's making sure that his lead is circular as well as not pushing her weight off of her foot.
Can we demonstrate that at the camera?
Absolutely. Going from an outside turn, picking the lady's hand up, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5. Coming out, 1, 2, 3, 5. Going away from the camera, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2. The man can see how my left hand is just sliding along her stomach. 5, 1, 2, and also on the count of 3, when I want to bring her out, that I use the back of my hand to send her momentum away from me. And I step towards her on the 5. Once we're finished that pattern, the next pattern that we're going to, once I've taken her out of this position, 3, 5, is going to be another outside turn, taking both hands over the head to the other side of my body, straight jacket. Now remember that I had her in a straight jacket with the right hand over. Now I'm going to be taking her to a straight jacket with the left hand over. 1, 2, 3, 5, and the lady's facing a back line of dance position. And all I'm doing is taking the hands over her head separately from this right over left. 1, 2, taking the right hand down around her waist, and the left hand looping over her head and grabbing onto her shoulder. And this is the woman's straight jack position. She's ending in a back line of dance position, and the next thing that's going to happen is the man's going to take and do a wheel. He's going to rotate around. 1, 2, 3, 5, so that now the lady is facing forward. All lady did was face forward and walk forward. 1, 2, 3, 5.